Okay, so now we're doing videos for 6.1b, which is the second half of 6.1, and it says solving equations. So you have to know what an equation is. So the last book we did expressions. Expressions are like math sentences. Okay, so here's an expression, but when you have something that has an equal sign, an expression with an equal sign, an expression, that's called an equation. Okay, so here if you look at the word equation, you have the word equal hiding in there. So it's anything that has an equal sign in it that we're working on. So if it looks like this with an equal sign, it's an equation. If there's no equal sign, then it's an expression. Okay, so we want to solve these equations, and the first way to do it is to solve by guessing. So let's go down here. This says 3 plus something is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4, so we're just guessing. So this has to be 1, so you go W equals 1. What plus 15 is 20? Or you can go 15 plus something is 20. 5. Because if I put a 5 there, 5 plus 15 is 20, so A equals 5. 10 plus something is 17. That has to be 7. So 10 plus 7, so X is 7. Oh, this one's tricky. 4 plus something is 4. 0. So if I put a 0 in there, so T is equal to 0. So 4 plus 0 is 4. So I lose 6. And something happens, and then I lose a lot. So that means I have to lose more. So I lose 6 and I lose a lot of something, and then I lose 16. So this one has to be a negative. So negative 6 plus a negative 10. So 6 plus 10 is 16. So I go negative 6 plus negative 10 is negative 16. So I lose 6 and I lose 10 and I lose 16. Yeah. So I have 10, something happens, and now I only have 6. So I lost something. How many did I lose? Yeah, I lost 2. Oop, that's a funny X. So I have 6 and something happened, and now I only have 5. Yeah, I lost 1, so that has to be negative 1. I lost 5, but then something good happened because now I only lost 1. So if something good happened, that means this has to be positive. So if I put a 4 there, I have 4, but then I get 4 more. Now I've only lost 1. I had 6, but now I have 5. So that has to be a negative. I go down 1, so C has to equal negative 1. I had 17, now I have 23, so something good happened. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. How many is that? 6. Let's check. 17 plus 6? Yeah. So A equals 6. I have 6, and then something bad happens, and now I only have 5. Oh, that's the same as this. Oh, that's the same as this. Okay. Let's look at the next ones. Okay, solved by guessing. So remember in algebra, we don't write multiply. We just stick things next to each other. So when I have a number and a letter stuck together, really there's a multiply hiding in there. So this says 2 times something is 8. 2 times something is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So X equals 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. 5 times something is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. So X equals 2. 5 times something is 30. 5 times what is 30? 5 times 6 is 30. 9 times something is 72. Well, that's kind of big, and you might not know. So what you can do is you can go 72 divided by 9, and that will tell you. 72 divided by 9, 8. So here, 9 times 8, let's check. 9 times 8, 72. So we know B has to equal 8. 4 times what is 8? 4 times 2. So Y has to equal 2. 5 times what is 25? 5 times 5. So X has to equal 5. 3 times what is, negative 12. So let's just do the number first. 3 times 4 is 12, okay? But when when the answer is a negative, that means these have to be different. This has to be, it can be a positive and a negative, or a negative and positive, but these have to be different signs. So this one's already positive, so this one has to be negative. So it has to be 3 times negative 4. Let's check. 3 times negative 4, negative 12. So when you have a negative in your answer, these have to be different signs. One of them has to be positive and one of them has to be negative. Ooh, tricky one. 5 times something is 0. Yeah, this has to be 0. So S has to equal 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 6 times something is 6. 6 times 1. So T has to equal 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Yep. Look, it's a negative. So that means the signs have to be different here. So if this one's negative, this one has to be positive. So N has to equal positive number. So 4 times what is 20? 4 times 5. And let's check. So negative 4 times positive 5. Yeah, see how they're different? And when they're different, the answer is going to be negative. Okay. Look, it's negative. So these have to be different signs. So this one's positive, so this one must be negative. Okay. So 8 times what is 8? 8 times what is it? 8 times 1. And because they have to be different to get a negative, this has to be a negative 1. So 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. Let's check. 8 times negative 1. Yep. Negative. That means the signs have to be different. This one's a negative already, so this one has to be positive. So E has to be positive. 10 times what is 30? 3. Let's check. Negative 10 times positive 3. Yep, negative 30. So that's solving by guessing.